Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of your favorite show, Voices Behind the Mask, the talk show where we unmask real people with real stories that are intended to impact and not just impact, to transform your life. And as we always say, it is now the season for you to go, to grow, and to glow in your purpose. Today, we have with us a beauty queen, a phenomenal lady, a lady who is making a mark on our community as well as the world. And I know you're all sitting in your seats wondering, who is this lady? And so she's about to tell you a lot about herself. But before we go there, let me give you a short synopsis of who she is. Now, this is Miss Milinda Smith. She was born in St. Mary, Jamaica. She grew up in New York and she currently resides in Miami, Florida. This lady is a model, an artiste. She holds accolades from the Miss Jamaica World Competition. She holds a number of accolades. She was a Miss Jamaica World Hibiscus second runner-up. She was Miss Jamaica World Beach Beauty. She was Miss Jamaica World Best Physique. Ladies and gentlemen, she was Miss Jamaica World Best Smile. And we can see why, right? Um, Now, Miss Melinda, she's the
Yes.
owner of Epidermasters Spa, which is in Fort Lauderdale, and she is the vice president of Improve Life 501(c)(3). She's also the ambassador of Jamaica American International Chamber of Commerce Back to School Initiative, the JAICC Back to School Initiative. Can you help me to welcome my beautiful guest, Miss Melinda Smith? Welcome, Melinda.
Hi, hi,
Welcome.
hi. How are
And
you?
before we start, let me just say to you, I am absolutely proud of you,
Thank
right?
you.
Because you don't look a day over 16 and you have
Thank you.
so
I'll take
many.
it. I'll take it.
There you go.
Long past that, but
Um,
I'll take it.
yes, you look. We're not going to tell them your age, but you look extremely young, and man, you have a whole bunch of things
Thank
that you have been
you.
going on with. But on Voices Behind, so welcome to our show, Voices
Thank
Behind
you
the
for having
Mask.
me.
Before we start, everybody knows that there's a number of questions, some questions that we usually ask, and they're called dodging questions. All right.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
hope is that nobody else,
Uh-huh.
right, has ever asked you those questions.
Okay.
If you've ever been on any other platform, they have never asked you those questions. So let me start by asking you a simple
Yeah,
question.
I'm
All right.
nervous, but
You
I'm
were you
ready.
grew up
Okay.
in say that again?
Nervous, but I'm ready.
You're
Come
good,
with,
you're good, you're
come
good.
with
You
the
got this.
questions. Come with the question.
All right.
Mhm.
You grew up, you were born in Jamaica
Yes.
and you grew up in New York.
Yes.
And so let's go back to your childhood. What
Okay.
did you love most about your days growing up in Jamaica, and what do you love most about growing up in New York? If you want, you can compare both. It's up to you.
Okay, so here goes the thing, right? So current like present day and everything, I'm still very connected to Jamaica. I spend a lot of time, like I have a whole life in Jamaica. And because of
Wow.
how I present, everyone feels like, oh, like, I grew up in Jamaica, went to school in Jamaica. I left Jamaica when I was 4. So I don't really remember going life like growing up in Jamaica. I remember New York for sure, and I remember like summers in Jamaica and spending time at like my uncle's house and that sort of thing, and like summer classes and that sort of thing. So that was fun. But growing up, I was very much like I always sewed and made like dresses for my dolls, but growing up I was very much like a tomboy. I climbed trees, I like barefoot outside. I love to play dodgeball, kickball, that sort of thing. Every kind of ball. I was outside jumping double dutch, very much an outside person. So that was like the biggest part of my upbringing, and I loved it. I was always outside.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And I love your answer. You know why? Because
Why?
nobody
Tell
looking
me.
at you would think that you would have you grew up, like a tomboy, because you look nothing like a tomboy.
Yes,
So,
I didn't
and
even,
then
I didn't even touch makeup until I was 17. When I was 17 is when
wow.
the first time yeah, that was the first time I touched makeup or even had an interest. And it wasn't like, I was like, oh, I was trying a thing, but even, yeah, no, man. I always had like braids, and like my mom, she'd comb my hair and like the bubbles and everything like that. But even like fifth grade, seventh grade, I had like braids going straight back. I wore like not heavily oversized clothes, but like my mom dressed me like a child. I was a child. So, oh, like my clothes
Mhm.
fit a bit looser than everyone else's. Like I had my bubbles and stuff like that, but can't roll straight back, everything. Yeah, outside.
Yeah. And that's why it's really good, to talk to people, because a lot of times people will look at people and say, "Oh, I can easily judge, how she grew up, who she
Yes,
was growing up." So there you have it. And I hope it's on our show for the first time.
it
Melinda
is.
grew up just like a regular little girl, all right?
Right.
But then that changed, and a
Mhm.
lot has changed for you. And you know um one of the things we talk about on this show is people walking into their purpose, standing into their purpose, growing in their purpose. And you are a purpose driven individual, and that is why you're here today, because you have achieved so much. And
Thank
I
you.
know that there's a lot more that you will achieve in the future as well.
Yes, thank
So
you.
let's start, telling us a little about Melinda. And here you were, starting, just putting on a little bit of makeup at 17. But then you enter the Miss Jamaica World Competition, and
Mhm.
you came out
Yeah,
with a
top three.
number of, you know
Yes.
um in a number of top categories, on a number of categories you came out on top. So
Mhm.
tell us a little about that transition.
Here goes the thing. It's like I don't know, like even though I was like outside and tomboyish and stuff, as I grew, I was just like, I'm like, I want to do Miss Jamaica, I want to be Miss Jamaica. Like I want, like I'm
Wow.
very much like I love my country. Like I love Jamaica, everything about it, and at whatever capacity like I can represent it. Like I'm all about that. And I was just like, as I grew up, I was just like I like the beauty thing, and I think I'm a pretty girl, and I have a vibe and stuff like that. I mean, ultimately, I was like, probably like I was too Jamaican to be Miss Jamaica. Like even when like going to rehearsals, I was reprimanded for like coming to rehearsal on a bike back, but I'm like I couldn't get a taxi. I couldn't get a taxi. Like I was too Jamaican to be Miss Jamaica. I had, I was, but yeah, no, like I like the beauty thing, and I was just like, I want to do it. I want to do it, but like that's just how we got there. Now, I actually asked my mom a couple of times before I actually did it, and she was just like, "No, don't do it. Yeah, don't do it." Like, and then like one year I was like, I don't know. I was just like, "Hey, mom, I'm like, I want to do
I'm
Miss
ready.
Jamaica and stuff like that." And then she was just like, "Okay." She was like, "Okay." I don't know. Maybe she saw a different level of readiness inside of me, or just I had matured. I don't know. I don't know, but she was just like, "Yes." She packed me up, sent me to Jamaica, and I was living in Jamaica. She packed me up. She sent me. I was living in Jamaica. And I was there for months by myself and just doing my thing, but talk to my mom every day and stuff like that. Like when the pictures are probably still online, but like I wasn't fully sure what they wanted. I just knew I was a pretty girl. I was in shape and I wanted to do this. So I went in Jamaica by myself, head held high. And let me tell you, when I showed up, they were like, "We love you. Like, we love you. But don't come back like covered neck to toe in body glitter." I was trying to like I was I went to show up like you got on the simi, right? On the
Yeah,
simi.
here I am.
Man, if you look at the photos from back then, you'll see
Here
like a
we
little
are,
circle
right?
on. Yeah, man, I sprayed body glitter and in my bath suit and I was there. Yeah, yeah. But we got there and
And they saw you. You achieved. What you went out there to achieve. You did achieve it. They saw you.
Yes.
And they were able to tell you, yeah, you're pretty and all that. You got it. You have whatever
Yeah.
it is that we need. But leave that body glitter the next
Yes,
time you
leave the
come.
body glitter at home. So okay.
Yes, and so how difficult is it though, because you talk, and one of the things I think you have, and I don't think you have, because you have said it over and over, you say, I'm a pretty girl. And
Mhm.
it's important for people to believe in themselves, and a lot of
Absolutely.
young ladies will stand in front of the mirror
Mhm.
and they are beautiful and they
Yes.
can't see that,
The dysmorphia.
but
Yes.
you had that confidence. So for one, I know that it took confidence,
Mhm.
for you to
You
step
have to
out and
believe in yourself.
and go ahead.
No, I was saying I didn't. Oh, I think there was like a glitch in there, but no, you have to believe in yourself. And honestly, like it's just something that's in me. I'm very much like I am a dreamer, but I'm very much a doer. So it's like if I come up with an idea this morning, I'm not going to sit on it until tomorrow, next week, or like the execution has to start today. Like I cultivated the idea today, execution must begin today. And I'm
Wow.
just very much somebody where I believe in everything that I do wholeheartedly, and I throw like every ounce of me into everything that I do. I don't believe in doing anything half-heartedly. Like you have to believe in you and know in you. So even like as far as feeling confident in myself, I know that there are some people who, like you said, they're beautiful, but maybe they can't see it or they don't feel it. But everybody is beautiful in their own way. And that's a big part of what I do with my business as well. It is a spa and stuff like that, but there is definitely a connection between how you look externally but also how you feel on the inside. So I
Hmm.
do I do believe in the mental health aspect of it. And, like, so when my clients come in, like I talk to them and we consult about what they're doing, but we also inadvertently sometimes take a little trip into like the mental health capacity of it, because everything that I do here to
Wow.
make you feel better does make you feel better. And when you feel better, you do better in the world overall. So
Hmm. Hmm.
there is a bridge, and I try to put it together as much as possible.
Wow. If I was in Florida, I'd be coming to your spa. And so
Listen,
I'm saying to anybody out there, if you are in Florida, as a matter of fact, my
yes,
family lives in
check
Florida,
me
so
out.
hopefully, yeah. And
Yes.
I'll let you advertise. Hold on to that because I'm going to let you actually talk
Okay.
about it. We're not leaving here without speaking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really hope I get the opportunity to come by your spa one of these
Yes, I would
days.
love to have you. I just renovated a brand new place. Super good look, super good look. I'm still adding a few more things, but brand new renovation. It looks amazing in here. So I would love for you to come by and check it out.
All right. So that takes us to another place, another space in your life.
Okay.
Um, Beauty queen.
Mm.
And you said something very profound. You say when you conceptualize something, you don't sit on it. And that
Can't.
is so important because a lot of times we'll come up with something, but we are not willing to move. And
Mm.
last week on my show, that's what I speak about is um and that is what the Lord is showing me now to say to people: move from passion into purpose. Because
Have to.
passion is the feeling, passion is the wanting, but you have that drive and that resilience to move. And so you decide
Yes.
to move into starting your own business. A lot of young
Yes.
ladies your age are still working for other people and so on. What sparked that? And you know, the journey because I know there are the good days and there are the bad days, but what sparked that and what did it take for Melinda to establish her own spa and not be working in somebody else's spa?
So here goes the thing. When I actually opened my spa, right? People were supportive of it, but a few people thought I was absolutely crazy because I actually opened my spa. I wouldn't even say the middle, maybe like early-ish part, but I opened it during the
Tell me
pandemic.
COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
And
I
people
was
are like,
beside you, I would have, if I was right beside you, I would have
yeah.
high-fived, give you a high five.
listen, because people were like, are you mad? Like in probably one of the roughest times where like nothing is going on. How like they thought it was the maddest thing ever. But here goes the thing. Like prior to the pandemic, um, I've only ever like I was a nanny at one point when I immediately and like left high school. I was a nanny for a while. I love children. I absolutely love them and they love me. So I was doing that for a while. But every other job that I've done has been in entertainment at some capacity. So prior to the pandemic, I was modeling. Like if I had stayed, I was actually in St. Lucia modeling. And if I had stayed maybe like 2 extra days, because they wanted me to stay, like finish out the weekend, enjoy and whatever. If I had stayed, I would have been trapped during the like global lockdown in St. Lucia. But I was like, no, yeah. So like COVID it was over in Martinique. Like I could see Martinique from where I was staying, right? And once they said, okay, boom, COVID is in St. Lucia now, right? Like they don't have a huge population. So like one case there is probably like the equivalent of like 100 people having it. I was just like, okay, I need to go. So I got on like COVID came today. I was off the island tomorrow. And I came home and then that was it. But prior to that, it was always modeling and I do production and logistics. So concerts and stuff like that. But it's all with like American artists that I do that. So that's what I've always done, but I've always wanted to have a spa. So like my spa was always supposed to be in conjunction with me working in entertainment as well. And then the pandemic came and I was just here and then all I'm getting is emails like show canceled, show canceled, show canceled, show canceled and stuff. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, like we're really doing a thing here. Like we're doing a thing and that thing is nothing. So I took the time and went to school and I got licensed as an esthetician. And then when I got out, I was just like, thank you. So I got licensed and when I got out or whatever, I told my mom, what the plan was and stuff. And then she said, okay, cool. And we went on the hunt and we drove around until we found out my first location. And we had went and, we set it up and then boom, here we go. So I did was that the same? I want to say I did was that my launch? Yes, it was like my launch party at the same time, roughly. And we had the Consul General of Jamaica. He came and like cut my ribbon and stuff like that. We had the mayor and everyone came over. So I had a lot of support and it was really good. But it was the pandemic and everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody thought I was crazy, but it was good. That's how we got there, though. That's how we got
So
there.
you saw opportunity in a time when everybody was hiding behind their doors. You saw opportunity. And
yes,
that was
and
when
it
you
worked
launched.
out. Yeah, it worked out because my life has always been so busy and chaotic and like I'm on the go. Like prior to the
I
pandemic, I was
know because it was very difficult to get you. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we had a little, we
That's
had a
all
little
right.
here and there, but
That's all
no,
right.
we're here. Yes, we're here finally. But no, I was always traveling, like always traveling and moving around. So I was like, okay, like this is new for me. I never have so much time and just so much downtime to be on the ground. So I was just like, okay, how can I maximize on it? And then, I was like, okay, boom. Because obviously the school, like you can't online learn how to do like treatments and stuff like that. You have to physically learn how to wax and what angles to hold the sticks and stuff like that. So yeah, so I took the time and I went to school. I would probably go to school forever instead of work if I could. Like I would go to school. I'll teach me something. I want to learn something all the time. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so here you are. You are the owner of Epiderm Masters. But
Yes.
hold a minute. I love the
Yes.
name. I love the name.
Thank
I
you.
love the name. I
Thank
saw
you.
the name and I was
Mhm.
like, Epiderm Masters.
Uh-huh.
What? How did
I
you
was,
come up with that name?
I was gonna say, did you figure it out? Okay, so Epiderm Masters, my brother, he actually helped me come up with the name. And it's a play on words because if you break it down, you get your epidermis. So you break it down, it's Skin Masters. So we do a lot of services here. We do the lashes and we do the body contouring and the makeup and the this and that. Like me personally, I prefer to do facials. Like I'm really good at all of it. Like I wax really well and everything, but I like to do facials. So when you break it down, it's where the Skin Masters. So yeah, man, come to the Skin Masters and we'll get you right. That's why I look away. I look away. Like it.
Yeah,
Like, where did you see
that's why your complexion looks so good.
that? Thank you.
If I'm in Florida, I'm definitely going to do a stop by.
You have
I'm definitely
to.
going to
You
do a
have
stop by.
to.
You never know. We might can do a collab because I might come to Florida. If you
Yes.
allow me to utilize your space, I can showcase my books
Yes.
and we see maybe do a
Yes.
show down there. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. We can
Let's
try to
see what
start something out
happens.
for sure. No, for sure.
We'll talk about it. We won't tell them anything more. It's just a thought. We'll talk about that part.
Yes.
Yes. It'd be really a good opportunity to showcase what you have there. But
Uh-huh.
so we talk about your business,
Yes.
and again, it shows your drive, it shows your tenacity, getting up and moving even a season when nobody
Yeah.
else is moving. So
Yes.
we talk about the Miss Jamaica World Competition, we talk about your business, but you are a you're artist and you're a model. How did you get into modeling? Let us start there first. Because you tell us a little, oh, I was in St. Lucia. So tell us a
Mhm.
little bit about that part of your life.
Okay, so my mom, my mom is a big part of my life. But when I was really young, my mom, she was, like she
And
would
that's
try to
good.
get me. She's bought me out to go model and stuff like that. I was super shy. I wouldn't twirl. I wouldn't anything. Like I've really grown into who I am. I've really grown into who I am because I do remember a time where she brought me somewhere where I was a lot smaller and I was to model. I was so nervous. I don't even think I would smile, much less twirl. But then like I got older and stuff like that. But I was a really slim girl, like slim, but I had shape and stuff like that. And as a kind of like I was never, I grew into like my features and I had a look. So it just went out and did a thing, did castings. I was living in Arizona at one point, and it was a little bit more difficult out there because on that side, I'm not really like the demographic they look for as far as actresses and models and stuff
Mm-hmm,
like that. But
mm-hmm.
when the opportunity was there, I was um I was generally booked. So like so it was a little discouraging here and there where I wasn't being booked, but the thing was it was just my location. But yeah, no, I got into modeling and I was modeling for Nike at their live shows and stuff like that as a
Wow.
teenager. And yes, so I was doing that. And then one day actually the opportunity presented itself on Twitter. I just saw a post and then I went and I applied, and then I was still doing the modeling stuff, but that was really my first introduction as far as working in music. I ended up,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was like my first little job kind. I was 19 and I was Tyrese Gibson's intern while he did his Black Rose double album. So I did a lot of work at different capacities there. Um can't talk much about about it and stuff
That's
like that.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but I did a lot of work there as far as just like different aspects of like I learned a lot about the industry there, honestly. So because there were maybe like 30 producers and stuff like that. So like I still have a lot of good relationships with like a lot of producers in the and like engineers and stuff like that in the American industry. So that was really a great opportunity for me. But that was my first introduction
Mm-hmm.
to working in music. I've always been around music because like growing up, like I played piano and stuff like that. But my brother, he's self-taught and plays like everything. When I say
Wow.
everything, I mean like everything. So we have like every instrument at my house, but I only did piano, but he does everything. But yeah, 19 when I worked for Tyrese, that was first introduction as far as working in music.
Wow. So you
Yeah.
model, you're in music. So
Mhm.
now you
Yes.
are a artiste.
That's
Tell
a
us
word
about
I'm
that.
still getting used to. Oh my gosh, like yeah, like it's so crazy because it's like I've modeled, like I have like I've worked for reputable brands, and like I still don't say like, oh, I'm a model. But it's like I'm more comfortable with it. But then it's like artist, and I'm like that's and then like so my first song dropped literally last week, last week. And I'm just like, okay, so like I'm getting a lot of love on social media and stuff like that, and pick up this and that, and then people are calling me like, oh,
Mhm.
artist, you turn, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm still getting used to the word, but
So
yeah.
can you tell us what is the name of your song?
So I like my song is called Nice and Bossy because
Okay, and that's a Jamaican in you
yeah,
still.
yeah, it's when Nice and Bossy. So like everybody was really like no one knew what to expect, but I think people look at me and they had an idea. So they had an idea that by the look I would probably be singing like high pitched and like some kind of sweet maybe R&B style song, but like I said with Miss Jamaica I'm very Jamaican. And
Mhm.
I am Jamaican. I like DJ, I like dancehall, I like them kind of something there. So
But you
yeah,
don't
when
look
I
like
sound
it.
that's the thing too. So oh wait, I think I have a client. I'm at my shop. I think I have a client. Hold on. Someone's knocking at my door. Hold on.
All right, let us pause on that one. So here we are talking to Melinda Moore. Melinda Smith. I don't know where Moore came from. Melinda Smith. She is an artist. She is a model. She has a number of accolades, but the person the person that you look at is not the same person that we're thinking.
It
All
totally
right,
is a
she's back,
play.
so I don't have to say more.
Lord,
Kara was
oh
covering for her, but we don't have to
Lord.
say
Lord.
more.
Yes, it
And
totally
duty
is.
calls. So if somebody's knocking,
Yes, okay. I'm getting signing sheets. Someone totally just knocked. My life is so many things. I went like again. I am so Jamaican. I haven't counted recently, but I definitely have like 8 jobs at least. At least.
and I'm going to stop you right there because I keep telling people about the
Yes.
8 streams of income.
Yes.
A couple of years ago, I started studying, wealthy people and, how do they get to that place. And everybody speaks about the 8 streams of income, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, but 8. So can I tell you that you're on a winning streak? You're on a winning streak and you're on the
Yes.
right streak.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you. We have to I go
So
into the street
it's
and
all
we'll
right.
definitely pick up.
No apologies needed. Duty calls, and we'd have preferred if you stayed with us, but it's fine, and it's just a few minutes. But so we were talking about your music and you entering into the music industry.
Mhm.
Can you tell the viewers that if they want to hear your music, where do they go? Again, what is the name of the song?
So the song is called Nice and Bossy, and you have to spell out and. If you follow me on all, well, not if you guys should follow me on social media at
That's
One
right.
Melinda Smith, ONEMILINDA Smith, and you can click the link in my bio. But you can stream it everywhere. We're on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, everything. Make sure to follow me everywhere, and definitely stream the song. It's on YouTube as well. Yeah, totally. Check it out everywhere. It's everywhere.
All right, awesome. And like I said, I just see because of your drive, and always coming up with something different. Because I remember when I spoke to you, you didn't tell me what it was, but you were like, I'm working on something,
Yes,
I'll
you have
get
the
back to
first
you.
interview
And I
since. You
like
have the
that too because you didn't put it out there. You just decide you're doing your thing and you're like, I'm working on something. As soon as I work, honestly, I'll get back to you. And I understand all of that because sometimes people are trying to reach me, not understanding, I have a job, I'm
Mm,
doing this, I'm doing that, I'm all over the
mm,
place. But it is important, to be able to live your dreams, whatever your dreams are, and you have certain skill sets. And people maybe look at you and say, "Oh, I didn't know she could sing." As a matter of fact, you're saying, "I didn't know she could DJ." I didn't know she could sing. she have the dancehall part of her inside of her. So, I say to people, God placed something inside you at birth, and it's called purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that responsibility to find who you are. And so Melinda Smith has found who she is, and she's still exploring to find also what else is there. So you are you are also involved in some charity organizations and
Yes.
global organizations. So you
Yes.
are not just a CEO or a manager, or owner, or a model, or an artist. You are also um involved in work that helps others. You are lending a helping hand. So you're the vice president of Improve Life 501c3. Tell us a little about the organization, how you got involved.
So I've been involved in charity work for, well, oh Lord, I'm about to kind of tell my age, but it's been over.
Just say a long time.
Yeah, it's been like over 15, 20 years. No, like yeah, like, right? But no, so I've been involved in charity work for a long time at various capacities. As far as the intake with collecting the donations, storing the donations, transportation, all the paperwork, that sort of thing. I've been to Africa several times to go over and do missions where we do
Wow.
medical, where we provide medical care, food, clothing, that sort of thing. I've been to Jamaica several times where we've gone to prisons, we've donated breathing machines, food. We've done a lot. We've done a lot in Jamaica. We've done stuff in Africa. We do stuff here locally in the US. But I've been involved in charity work for over a long time. Like I said, a very long time. It's a big part of who I am, and I love to help people. I truly love to help people. I have great satisfaction in that. Because why not? Why not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Man. And recently somebody said, how do people, because you're talking to people and they say, I can't do this, I can't do that because I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But every time I have, somebody like you and with the same type of personality, the same type of drive on my show, it shows that there are enough hours in a day
Mhm.
to do as many things as you want to do,
Oh, absolutely.
you know?
And honestly, this year I feel really good this year, and I feel more motivated than ever before. And I've been getting a lot of things done. I want to be honest, like I'm probably sleeping a lot less. Like I'm sleeping a lot less, but no man, I come and I work at the shop. Like I have clients walking in and stuff like that. But I'm working at the shop. I've been working on the music. I still doing acting and stuff like that. I still work out. I eat well. Like there is time to do everything. I'm working on collaborations for some new initiatives I plan to do here locally in the community. Um, there's time. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Oh wait, hold on one second. One second. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. One second. Uh, uh,
All right.
um, I'm so sorry. Did I lose my train of thought? What was I saying? That happens a lot. I have a lot. Tell me, remind me.
All right. So we were talking about the work that you say it's a lot. You have been doing a lot of you have a number of initiatives that you're planning in the community as well.
Yes. Yes.
Are you
So
gonna
no, I'm trying to remember where I picked. I'm trying to remember. What did you ask me? Oh gosh, they're going to be like, this is a mad woman. Remind me. What did you ask me? Actually,
All right.
give me 1 second. Let me lock the door. I'm coming right back. You have me. You have me. Give me 1 second. Let me lock up. You'll give me 1 second.
All right. So let us wait. And while we wait,
I'm so sorry. All over the place. Okay. Somebody else is
all
going
right.
to do the treatment.
So I'm
Somebody
going
else
to
is.
allow you to get your train of thought.
Yeah, no, we're here. I was
Um,
just like sidetracked between trying to like redirect, but somebody else is going to do the treatment. So I'm here. You have me. We're good. We're good. Let's do
all
it.
right. Because I was about to pause because usually I play a song, but we can wait on that. Yes.
Okay.
So we were talking about your work with you're the vice president
Mhm.
of
Improve a life.
Improve Life. So you were telling it's Improve a Life.
Improve a life. Yes.
Okay, awesome. So you are the vice president of Improve a Life. So
Mm-hmm.
you were telling us some of the things that the
The organization
401c.
does.
Oh Lord, no, I am all mixed up.
So sorry. So sorry. I didn't know it was contagious.
501c
So
too
sorry.
was.
Oh
Oh
man,
Lord.
so sorry.
I guess we're both doing too much. We're tired. That's all right. It's
Okay.
okay.
It's
All
okay.
right. So what tell us a little about the organization itself.
Mm. Okay, so we've been around for a while. Improve a Life is actually a new name. We are formerly the Mission of Hope and Grace. But the problem with being Mission and Hope and Grace was it sounds it sounds a bit religious. So it wasn't we were always open to helping everyone, but with the name some people they felt a little bit deterred, so we changed it to Improve a Life. So we've been around for a long time. We've been active in New York, Arizona, different parts of Africa, again the Caribbean. And Improve a Life, yeah, now we're here and we're doing work in South Florida. So my local Fort Lauderdale community, like where my business is and that sort of thing, we recently linked up with the vice mayor of Fort Lauderdale. She's actually the first Black woman as the vice mayor of Fort Lauderdale. So we recently got with her and we're working on some initiatives and how we can make an impact here in the local community. Like I like to do work abroad, but I do like to try to make an impact where I
When
am.
you come in there.
So that's what, yeah, so that's what we're coming. We have some stuff for the community as far as that goes. And then obviously I try to incorporate my business in helping as well. So like I said, I do believe there's like a bridge between mental health and the beauty factor. So I met a couple other people because we had a meeting recently with different organizations. And I do want to do some like makeup and like seminars and stuff like that with some of the younger girls. So there are some other organizations where they have access, and there were some teachers who were there, and so they're going to kind of be a link between me and getting into contact with like the teenage girls and the girls who need like building up who they are as a woman and stuff like that. So my spa will
Mhm.
be working alongside Improve a Life, and then alongside whichever organizations we can really get together and make an impact here in the community. But yeah, education is one of our biggest things. We've sent a lot of children to school in Jamaica. Like I said, we've donated breathing machines, we've given donations to the hospitals, we've given donations to the prisons. We do a lot of stuff. We do a lot of
Wow.
stuff actually. Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
If you ever need a speaker for an event, I'm available.
Listen, we do
If
a
you
lot.
need
We do
somebody to
fun
give her
days.
encourage, I'm
It's not all.
available.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's not all so serious. A lot of it is serious, but it is fun at the same time. Like I said, just like we do the missions where we go and we give out mental medical care. Like we have doctors and nurses who volunteer. We've done like babies have been delivered on some mission fields that we've been
Wow.
on. Yeah, dental work. Like I remember one year I spent my birthday like deworming children in Ghana. Like like I enjoy doing stuff like that. So
I'd love to. I hope one of these days I get the opportunity to come on one of those trips with you
Yes,
guys.
you should totally come with
Um,
us.
as a volunteer. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yes, you should totally come with us. It's fun. And as far as you coming to speak, we also do fun days. So like we've had fun days in Jamaica where we bring out like bounce houses, snow cone machines, all
Wow.
kinds of stuff. And we're just like we try to do as much as we can and get as much donations as we can throughout the year, simply because when we go to these communities, whether they're like Bakabush or like, just wherever it is,
Mm-hmm.
we want it to be free. We want it to be a free experience that they remember and they do
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the day. So when we come and we bring out like the popcorn, the snow cones, and bounce houses and stuff like that, it's all a free experience for the people in the community who need that kind of enjoyment, even if it's just for a day.
Wow. I'm so glad I asked you that question. You guys are doing an awesome work.
Thank you.
You know, and you being the vice president means you're
Yes.
at the helm and you are an integral part of that process. So I
Yeah.
want to also say to you, I'm proud of you. From
Thank
one
you.
female to another, from one black woman to another, from one
Yes.
Jamaican to another, from one
Yes.
woman to
Yes.
another woman,
Thank you.
from one go-getter to
Mhm.
another.
Yeah.
Congratulations, proud of
Thank you
you.
so much.
You
Thank
know,
you so
you
much.
are doing a lot of people sometimes maybe look at you, oh, she's just another pretty face. And
Mhm. It
that
happens.
it is good to have these discuss, and I know that's why I said it, it's good to have these discussions so people can see that, Melinda has a lot more. Melinda is involved in a way more than you can, think. Um,
Yes.
you are also an ambassador for
Mhm.
JAICC back to school.
Yes.
Um, Tell us about that role.
Okay, so like I said, at Improve a Life, well, maybe I thought it, I don't know. I might have said it, maybe thought it, but at Improve a Life, one of our big things is education. So like I said, we've sent children to school. So when JICC was doing their back to school initiative, they reached out and asked if I would jump on board. And obviously that was something I was very excited to do. So I went out to Atlanta and I hosted their back to school event. It was really good. It was over, I want to say, Jamaican Independence Weekend. So everybody was out there in their black, green, and gold and stuff like that. So I hosted that event and that was fun. We got a lot of donations. We got a lot of donations, and I made sure to bring my donations as well because sometimes people do need to see that you gave as well. So I
Mm-hmm,
came with lots of books and pencils and that sort of thing. And then once we gathered up all the donations, there were monetary donations, but then there were the physical donations. So with the physical donations, I went to Jamaica. I want to say maybe a couple weeks later, we went to Jamaica and we dispersed them to we did a give back in Kingston, and then we went to St. Thomas and did a give back as well. So the one in Kingston, the kids were a little bit younger, so it was a little bit more fun. But in St. Thomas, the kids were a bit older. So we did talk about the importance of education, where it can take you. Like, yeah, beauty is nice, but it's not everything. You can use your beauty and you can unlock a lot of doors, but no matter what you use, whether you use nepotism, beauty, whatever it is to get through doors, what are you going to do when you get there? If you haven't, like,
mm-hmm,
you have to have
mm-hmm.
something going on up there. So we did talk about education. I have a couple kids now that I kind of mentor. That word
Wow.
makes me feel so old, but I have a couple kids that I check in with them, like how was the week, how are we doing in school, and that sort of thing. So I do that there. So that was fun. That was fun.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Man, I am so proud of you. And proud of the work that you are doing on so many different levels, and the fact that you find the time, to do all of this. There's one thing I should have asked you, and I
Yes.
didn't ask you earlier.
Yes.
You have been featured in a number of um, video projects.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about some of the different projects that you have been in. What was that like for you? How did it make you feel? What the reception was like. Just tell us about it.
Okay, so Here goes the thing. You want to know? I don't feel like I've always been selective about the projects that I would do. I don't feel like I've done a ton, but I never remember everybody. But I have had the pleasure. I never remember all of the projects. Like when I sit there and I'm trying to write like a resume, I'm like, what have I done? I'm like, what have I done? But no, I have been blessed with the opportunity to work with like some legends in the Jamaican community. So I've done videos for Shaggy. I've done Beanie Man. So like legends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I grew up listening to Beanie and Shaggy and stuff like that. So when I actually got to set and I was like, I don't really get starstruck or anything like that anymore. Like I've been around people for a very long time since a teenager, but like those two, like they're proper legends. So when I got there, I was like a little
Mhm, mhm.
starstruck on the inside,
Proper
like
legends. I like that.
proper, proper. So there was that, but I remember my first video actually. I think it released like the state, like when I did my first video. So I wanted I grew up wanting to be a video girl. It's actually funny. So like I grew up in the Bronx, right? In New York. And I remember like cuz music videos used to just be such a huge thing. And I remember growing up and always watching the music videos and the countdowns and the this and that, and I'm like, I want to be a video girl in Miami. I want to be a video girl in Miami. So it's actually funny that I grew up and I'm like a video girl in Miami, but it's something I've always wanted to do. So even when I went and I was doing my first video, like I always wanted it, but I am a little bit shy here and there. And I didn't ask, I didn't throw it out there. I wasn't doing it or whatever, but it was presented to me the opportunity, and I did Under the Influence with Christopher Martin, and that was my first music video ever. So I lived in Arizona at the time, so I left Arizona, flew to Jamaica, and did the video. But from there, I did a good job. So from there, like people, like I wanted to do it and I liked it and stuff like that. But people are like, "Yeah, man, the girl like should go on with that thing." So like the opportunities just kept coming after that, as far as doing the videos and stuff like that. But I've done some work in like American music as far as the videos and stuff. Like I've worked with Akon as well. Yeah, I did a thing, but I like being it's so I like being a video girl. It's fun because it's like it's just more acting. It's just more acting and stuff like that. So that was fun. Some other projects is let me see. I like a commercial for Quest. So Quest is like, when you see like the Lava Life commercials that come on in the like later nights and stuff like that, Quest is essentially like that. I think it might be the same company, but I had a international commercial with them that was on TV for like a lot of years. I didn't even know when it aired. How I knew it was on TV was I went somewhere and then the maintenance man was like, "Oh, it's you." And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And then he goes, I saw you on TV last night. Didn't you do a commercial? And I'm just like, what did you see? Like, I don't feel like too many people have my face, but it's just like, what did you see so I can confirm? But then he told me, and I was like, oh, yeah, man, that's me. And then, so I stayed up late and I watched it. And then, like, like it was out for a couple of years. So, like, for a while, people, they're messaging me and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, I seen the commercial. So that was like probably my biggest commercial project. Because that was just me. That was nobody else. It was just me. I was also in Bad Boys for Life. I was a bridesmaid there. That was fun. That was like, it's so funny though, because it's like the scene wasn't super long in the movie. Like, it was a good little part, but it took about a week to shoot it. It took about a week to shoot it. But yes, I was in Bad. Yeah, it's so crazy when you watch like the movie. That like obviously I knew that was out, and like I went to the premiere parties and stuff like that. That was super cool. But yeah, no, that took like a week to shoot. But those are probably like the bigger things that I've done. But then like we kind of got towards the pandemic, so that's like right before the pandemic and that kind of thing. So it slowed down there, but we're back up and running. And then there was the strike recently, so nothing was really going on. So entertainment is kind of picking. It's like picking back up now still.
Um, You have done a lot, but is there more for Melinda to do?
Absolutely, because you feel like I've done a lot, but I feel like I've done nothing.
Like,
So I
that's a good
appreciate
one.
it.
You know, a lot. I know what the audience is saying. People are looking at you and they're saying, "Man, she has done a lot," and you gave the correct answer. You know, you might feel that I've done a lot, but to me, I've not done anything because, like I've
Yeah.
always said to people, and I always speak about in my book, um, there's always another level. Goal setting is about levels.
Yes.
Goal setting is about achieving one level. It's like a stairs. It's
Mhm.
achieving what you want at this rung of the stairs, and then you move up. It's like a ladder. It's moving, achieving this, and one rung of the ladder and moving up. And so
Mhm.
what else? What's next for Melinda?
Um, I have a couple things that I'm working on. I think right now the biggest thing that I want to share with everyone is probably my artistry at the capacity of music. Like I've shared. This was actually, I think this was probably the thing I was most nervous to share with people, because like I've always shared myself as an artist at the capacity. Like I was making carnival costumes for a lot of years. Like I made lots of costumes for some of people's like favorite socialites in the Caribbean, like Shanzi A, Quite Perry, like in like I've made a lot of costumes, and even like for people. So like that was one way to display my art, my acting and videos and stuff. That was another way. But sharing the music has been the I was like hyperventilating. I didn't even like the first time I posted about it. um I couldn't even do it by myself or in my like I got up, I walked to my mom's room, and I like laid in her bed, and I was like talking to her, and I was like hyperventilating because I'm like, okay, this song comes out in 2 days. I have to tell people. I have to tell people. And I'm like,
I
it
know
just
the feeling. Listen, yeah. When you're about to do something, you're like, Lord.
was just so different. And like, like, because when you do art, that's the thing. Like, I'm confident and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But when you do some things, like when you do things like entertainment and art and that kind of stuff, you expose yourself to extra criticism. Here goes the thing. It's funny because maybe because I know so many artists and stuff like that, it feels like, okay, there maybe my friends' opinions matter a little bit to me. But one thing, like, I truly don't care what people think. Like, me I gotta do my thing. If you work with it, cool. If you don't like it, that's all.
That's
I'm
right.
going to do my thing. So yeah, but I'm like I said, I'm still getting used to that word and doing my thing and stuff like that. But there's more to that's my newest thing. That's like right now, like my spa is my baby and my music is my baby. Because like I host events and stuff like that for other people. So like, there are parties and stuff like that. So I do
What
get
don't
love.
you do?
Sleep, sleep. But no, like I like it, like I'm already, because it just kind of works because I'm already in the Caribbean and dancehall space and stuff like that. So it's like I host their events and stuff, but now it's like I can't come at a party and I can dance to my own music and whatever. So it
Do
just
your
adds
thing. Hmm.
yeah, it just adds to what I'm already doing. Everything I do overlaps into something that I'm already doing. I'm not fully sure what, like, as far as to say, oh, look out for this on this date or anything like that. But I'm gonna definitely have more coming. Just expand upon who I am as far as like businesswoman and that sort of thing. This year I've been doing a lot more e-commerce as far as like epidermasters and just like our products and our product range and that kind of thing. So right now I'm just really in a space of growth. um I don't think, I mean, I don't want to say I don't think, because I don't want to put the negativity out in there to close
And
any
and
doors.
and that's
I
all
don't
right.
have, yeah, I don't have any plans, I think, as far as new things, but I already do so much. So it's like, what else can I possibly add? But I'm open to opportunities. I'm open to new things. But yeah, I'm just working on growing my babies. Working on growing my babies as in my spa and my music and my thing and my things, but
All right.
working. Yeah.
If To if anyone wants to get in touch with you, I want you to give us all that information for your spa, your different Facebook handles, everything.
Okay, so on every social platform, you can find me at ONE1 Milinda, Milinda Smith, Smith. Any platform. If I'm on it, that is the name. Um, my music everywhere is just Milinda, all caps, Milinda. So when you search on any platform, I think the only place you can't find me right now fully is Apple Music, but I think it'll be live maybe about Monday or Tuesday. But keep checking for it. But we're on Spotify, Pandora, like everywhere else. As far as the spa goes, EPIDERMASTERS. So we have, that's the website, that's every social network as well. So you can see my work on like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. We have the physical spa here in Fort Lauderdale, and then sometimes I do travel and do services elsewhere. So we do like the lash extensions, we do facials. Let me tell you, facial treatments, chemical peels, lash extensions, body contouring, makeup, detoxing, hair removal, all kind of stuff. Um, we also have the product lines. So we have soap. I use this soap. It's good soap. Yeah, see there, good soap. I use the soap. We have lotions. We have masks. One bag of things. Yeah, all kind of things. But I use all of the products. So like definitely tested and stuff. So we have the product lines, and then now this year we've expanded and we're doing beauty accessories and supplies as well. So as far
Awesome.
as like, yeah, makeup compactors and that sort of thing. So you can check it out on the website. We have shops on Instagram, TikTok, all of that. What else? Oh yes. So if you want to contact me directly to like do your events or anything like that, you can email at work with Milinda, Milinda at gmail.com, and somebody will get back to you. I can't say it will be me, but somebody will get back to you right away.
Awesome. Awesome. Melinda, it was a pleasure. It has been my
It's
pleasure
been
having
fun.
you on the show. One last thing. If you
Yes.
are supposed to give advice to a young
Mhm,
lady out there
mhm,
who wants to get up and move, that's the acronym right now that I'm using.
mhm.
In just one sentence, tell me what you'll tell that person.
If the thoughts or the dream is inside of you, that's because you have everything that you need to execute it. So just go do it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Melinda. There you have it.
Thank you for
Thank
having me.
you. It was my pleasure. Thank you all for tuning in today to Voices Behind the Mask, the talk show, that talk show where we unmask real people with real stories that are intended to impact and not just impact, to transform your life. Melinda, it was a pleasure to have you here because you are showing us that you are going, growing, and glowing in your purpose. I pray that God will continue to bless you as you expand your territory, as you continue to help others, because you're not just doing this for yourself, you're doing your own thing and you're helping others at the same time. Continue doing what you do. And again, I want to say I am so, so proud of you. And I
Thank you
know
so
you say
much.
right now you can't think of anything. You are doing what you're doing right now, but I can tell you another year from now, a couple of months from now, you are going to start doing something else because of the drive that you have. I know that's what is going to happen. Again, thank you so much for joining us on Voices Behind the Mask.
Thank you so much for
Blessings.
having me. And thank you for bearing with me and so all over the place.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay.